It's time to wake up, Roman. Start your day on Crusader.
I don't wanna.
How's it going, everybody? It's a pool of women here, and I'm getting a first reaction video from a cousin of mine. This is his first time playing Star Citizen. This is Roman. So, how's it going, Roman?
Pretty good. This is a really beautiful game. You said it's not even an alpha yet, or is it an alpha?
Or it's an alpha game. So you basically could back this game on Kickstarter and a long time ago, and now they have packages available on their site. But it's currently in alpha 2.6.3.
Huh. You said Mark Hamill has anything to do with this game? What's his role?
He's got I think he's got a few maybe guest appearances in the single player campaign, Squadron 42. But, you know, it would be interesting to see where him and all the celebrities end up making their appearances. But this is the multiplayer online, kind of like MMO space part of it. A lot of people are looking forward to this. This is going to be kind of like your crew, multi-crew ship. A lot of these ships even have larger crews of 10 or more player inhabited spaces, whether it be turrets or co-pilot seats, that sort of stuff. And you can even land like your smaller fighters and ships on the larger frigates that will eventually be in it. But
see, that's super interesting. That's the kind of stuff I like to see in video games, especially in 2017.
So tell me about like some of the games that you've played that are space simulators.
Space simulators.
I'm not gonna talk over you too much, but go back into that main room. We're gonna spawn some ships. I want you to do a mission while you're here. So those are the little terminals, and you can spawn any one of my ships except for the Merlin, because that doesn't have a jump drive.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being
So
delivered
there'll
to the
be like a
launch
little
pad.
arrow that'll take you to your spot. What kind of games have you played that have been space games in the past, or that have been similar to like a larger scale game like this, maybe?
A larger scale game. Well, Elder Scrolls is definitely one of them. That's just a massive game to begin with. I haven't really played many space simulators. This would be my first. See, I'm having trouble
You're
finding.
going the right way.
Am I?
Go up to your left, right there. Go up to the door. So I would say, let me show you something in this game. See, like the door there. Read the signs. Read the doors. It's very
detailed.
very
in that sense.
self-explanatory
Okay.
and detailed.
So
like
I don't have
that.
to be a simpleton when I play.
Yeah,
I can kind of use
some logic.
Okay.
It's a pretty well put together universe and environment for you to figure it out. But if you have questions, feel free to ask. I think you actually went to the wrong lane.
Well, yeah, this is 9.
No,
I need
there
to
it
be
is.
at D10. Yeah.
So, what other games have you played? What were you saying?
I've played the Elder Scrolls series. That's a massive game. I played a little.
Skyrim,
Yeah.
Oblivion. Yeah,
Oblivion.
those are pretty big in comparison. You played Mass Effect, right?
Yeah, I played Mass Effect, just the third one. I didn't get too into
it. Looks
it.
like you got a buddy.
He's trying to get slapped, isn't he?
Maverick. This is your first time flying a ship, right? You'd walk
Oh,
around.
yeah.
You walked around in this game a couple times. But
Yeah. I know the basic controls of this game, but that's as far as it goes.
you've watched me play it a bunch,
Mhm.
probably.
Yeah, this guy's doing a little humpy on the ladder there.
You played Halo, and that's kind of like a spacey game. You played
Yeah.
Destiny quite a bit.
Yeah, Destiny, but then again, Destiny is a very empty game even to this day. This is a very detailed game, and it's not even finished. Would you say it's nowhere near finished, but in a good way?
I think this is a game that they'll definitely expand on. Like, I think at very least you're gonna see ships and weapons and maybe even like new systems and expansions to the actual content of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they'll go even further. Like, they've talked about kind of once the final game's released, being able to more or less influence and customize the world. Like, say they want to put a dark hole in the middle of a system and create like a crazy super universe event. They've talked about doing stuff like that. So who knows what the online and the single player, how they'll change. That's like a little escape pod, but that currently doesn't work in the game.
Oh, okay.
Once you head back up to that main room, and we can take off, and we'll go. You can go do a repair satellite mission, so you get to fly around and get out of your ship, and then fly onto a satellite and repair it.
What's the resolution we're playing in today?
The resolution we're playing in is 2.5K. We're playing on a 1080p monitor though, so it's
Yeah.
downscaled, but it's
Still, it's a very, very
2.5K
beautiful game.
resolution.
And I think I've already said that, but it's a very beautiful game. It's just amazing.
very well done, and they're constantly like going back in and refining it.
Now, are the controls the same for flying? Like, how do I lift
Okay,
off?
so
And
let me give you a brief overview. Spacebar, if you hold it, don't touch anything yet because you can wreck. If you hold spacebar, you're gonna go straight up in your think of it XYZ axis.
yeah,
You're gonna go straight up. Control, if you hold control, you're gonna go straight down. And then forward is WASD and side to side. So you can stray side to side with
A and D.
Yeah, and then W will go forward, and then if you're in the mode you're in now, if you go back, it'll slow you down to 0 velocity. But there is
Okay.
another mode that you can go into that will, if you go back, then reverse you, and you'll go in reverse.
Okay.
But just keep it in now. So go ahead and use spacebar to take off, and go a little forward, and then if you press N, you'll de-lock your landing gear, and they'll come up. You should hear landing gear raised. And then now if you want to go into jump mode, go ahead and get used to the controls where you can turn around, do like a couple 360s. You're going max speed right now. If you look at the screen, as you go forward and backwards, that number to the left hand side in the middle of the screen will go up and down. That's your meters a second. But if you do shift and also go forward, that's afterburner. So your shift will make your ship go significantly faster if your landing gear is up.
So this white dot is the direction I need to go in?
The white dot is another player. So if you press I, you can lock on to targets.
Oh, okay.
And if
yeah,
you look up at the
definitely.
right top of the screen, you can kind of see a screen. But go ahead and press Z and look around with your mouse. That kind of unlocks your vision. So if you press Z again, watch what happens. It locks you, and then you can drive again. Did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
So you can look at the different screens in your ship that way, but you'll be able to lock on to people with I. Go ahead and press F1, and that's going to bring up your menu for your I forget what they call it. I think it's called the movie glass, maybe. Or maybe that's from something else. But go ahead to MG scheduler. It's a mission manager. Go ahead and click on that.
Click on that.
And then these are the missions that I currently have available in the game. So we can do any of the repair array ones, or if you want to go investigate a little insurance claim, we can do the PI wanted. So go ahead and click on any of those missions and click the little yellow hexagon. It'll activate it. You can read about it. And then at the bottom left it tells you how many credits you get for completing the job. And then go ahead and press F1 again. And then you'll see a target light up eventually. It should be behind you right now. It's actually to your left side of your ship and down if you see that little arrow. It's blue. Below you, it's in the center of your, yeah. So press B right now. And you can go to the destinations. You just went into your warp drive mode.
So then do I click on
Well,
that?
it's obstructed right now from that giant planet that you're about to warp into, and that probably wouldn't be the best thing. So
No.
you're going to have to warp to another comms array
So
to get
comma
around the planet.
825.
You could go to 625, press B to activate your warp drive, and then when you lock on and it's clear, like that,
Mhm.
green, press F.
Quantum travel initiated.
And then if you want to switch your view, press FF4. Yeah. And so there's a couple different modes. That's your just like third person mode. And if you press it again, then that gets you to your other like director's mode. You can do little camera panning shots, but that's a video for another day. So there's a pirate, so I would get out of there. I would go warp to your uplink right there in front of you. To your right. Down. Yeah. You're also not a PC gamer, so
Yeah, not on the regular.
you're freaking out right now with these controls.
A little bit.
You're doing pretty well, I would say. I was definitely not this good at flying my first time.
And you said what was the
F
button?
is your activate, yeah.
Oh yeah, F. Duh.
Quantum travel initiated.
But this is the sort of game like I think we have a lot of fun playing like co-op games together,
Mm-hmm.
and those have always been kind of fun games. A little crew. This is a game where you can be in a ship like this and have a 5-man crew and have a blast.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
this.
now you're gonna have to attack this guy. These 2 guys.
Oh,
These 3
jeez.
guys.
Oh my god. Rest in
Fly
peace.
straight to the uplink and slow down and just get out of your ship. I think you're just gonna have to.
How do I
hit
get
your
out of my ship?
You hold F once you get there. Slow down and get as close to it as possible. Because sometimes they leave you alone if you get close to it.
And if they don't?
Then you're gonna get shot up. So slow down and maybe like go around it to the other side. If you press Q and B, I think, or no, what's up next to your pointer finger or in middle finger?
Q?
You can,
Q and E?
You can turn side to side. You can roll.
I might be crashing into this.
Just you can slow your velocity by going back if you're worried about speed. No, you're
Oh no, I was way good.
That ship's going pretty fast. Surprisingly, like, your ship shields are holding quite well, considering there's 3 dudes fighting you, or trying to fight you. So yeah, keep pressing, keep holding it. And then just run to that door and drop that bay, just like you got in, and get out of that ship before it gets blown up. You're a city duck. Did you get it?
Yep.
Nice. Now jump out. 'Cause you're a spinning. You're a rolling, Roman.
Oh,
this is
goodness.
I would say this is a glitch. I would get away from your ship because it can hit you. Oh, it's probably gonna blow up.
I want to get a view of this.
Might be good. Just be careful, because if it hits you, it might kill you.
Oh goodness.
So go up, look up real quick, if you don't want to fall ship. Then you can fly into that. There's like a little opening you're gonna have to discover.
Okay, I'm pretty far away. So
No,
this
you're
may...
pretty close.
Oh, am I?
And you can roll the same way you rolled in your starship. Yeah, if you need to. And if you go and do
Hope this gives you a headache.
this button here, you can do the other way. Roll the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you've got a sniper rifle and an energy rifle. So
And
if you
George-
press 2,
George Clooney.
you can take a gun out, or 1. But ambushes like that will happen throughout the universe. So you might be in an asteroid field. You might be flying to just an unmanned security location, and they can come and get you.
I believe I am getting shot at.
They're probably just shooting at your ship.
Oh yeah.
I think that guy might have taken. Or no. Nobody destroyed it either. There could be another guy in the system, though. That's probably what it is.
Now do I go in this opening?
Yep. That's
Okay.
the opening. And so you're gonna repair and turn this on. So you have to go to a terminal. I then you just have to activate the terminal at the bottom. Some spike, some lag spike there.
And do I go up? Yeah.
It's for you to find out, Roman. This is your Star Citizen universe. Just along for the ride. So you played quite a few games, I would say. What's your biggest gripe with the games that you've played and either not put enough hours into, or games that you've put a lot of hours into and felt like you haven't got a lot out of? What is your ideal game, I guess?
I mean, honestly, a game like Star Citizen. Because games nowadays, honestly, it's just a money grab. Of course, you've got indie games that is very loud. Of course, you've got games nowadays that...
Alright, so you powered it on up. Just head out of there.
Alright.
Good to go. Maybe try to hop back in your ship.
Okay, good
How
luck
far
with
away
that.
is it? Look at it real quick.
744
Is it
meters.
moving super fast, though? Is it getting super far away?
No, it's
No, you're
stationary.
good. I think you can hop back in it. But go on, you're saying.
Games nowadays...
Like, what are you playing today? What have you been playing recently?
Forza Horizon 3, just because I've liked the Horizon series, because it's kind of like a casual, open world driving game, I suppose. But Battlefront's been a game I've been playing lately. Kind of enjoy that game, but it is very empty. I'm somebody who likes video games that can occupy my time without me feeling like I'm just grinding something out. I hate games that are very grindy, like Destiny.
You played a lot of Destiny, you played a lot of GTA. How do you feel about those games in terms of the grindy aspect?
And your ship has been blown up.
My ship that's possibly one of the cooler explosions I've seen in this game. That's the warp away effect.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. You can kill yourself by holding Alt and then backspace. I think it's that Alt, actually. Maybe it's Shift. Oh, you did it.
Oh, nice.
What was it?
This Alt and
Okay.
back.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, there's a reason why I don't play Destiny and GTA nowadays, and it's for the grindiness of the game. It doesn't go in depth much, and I'm not too excited for Destiny 2 either, because they can make all these visuals look crazy, but that's just a marketing ploy. I want to be able to play the game and figure it out for myself, if it's going to be the same or if it's going to be a whole new experience. They fixed all their mistakes they made in the first one. If they do that and they make a solid campaign that isn't the same mission over and over again, go into this exact location, kill these exact same enemies, then come back, get your credits, and buy your whatever,
Armor,
your armor,
gun,
your
or
weapons,
your
your faction
emote
points.
or whatever they
Yeah.
charge real money for now.
Yeah, and that's another thing I don't like with games nowadays. It is the microtransactions.
Well, depending on who you talk to, some people would say Star Citizen has microtransactions.
But see, those aren't necessary. There are games nowadays that microtransactions are sort of necessary. Like with Destiny, they offered so many DLCs that were basically necessary to advance in the game. Like
the what was it, Taken King?
yeah, and
the ones that
I
unlock
bought
all the new locations, and
exactly
new levels.
the things that should have been in the original game for $60, but now, I mean, I'm
You
not
ready to
sure.
Spawn another ship.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just kind
you're
of browsing
just
the.
looking around. There's
yeah.
some shops. You want to go look at guns, or you could actually buy some armor if you want. I've got a bunch of extra money. Go
Yeah,
check out some stuff.
Which direction do I go?
You are currently. What did I tell you at the beginning of this episode? I said follow the signs, Roman.
Yeah, exit. I believe that's where I spawned.
You're just
But,
walking too fast. You can't read the signs.
I don't read the signs.
See, you're
man.
going right back into where you're just going into the other hotel.
Okay,
Are you
I'm
trying
exploring.
to pick up some
Sorry, I
ladies
played
at a
Skyrim
hotel?
too much. I'm just trying to pick up the loot
The
that
loot.
doesn't exist.
In 3.0, they're actually implementing like a cargo system, so it'll be interesting to see what all I'll be picking up from planets or like wherever I'm delivering and picking up cargo and what that's going to entail. That
Yeah.
is just a clothes shop.
So
Kasama.
just like Under Armour.
Yeah.
not the
And then if
brand.
you go the other way, don't go
Yeah,
out
that's
that
the
door.
exit.
Yeah,
This
go
door?
through that door, and then go straight underneath those stairs. And head underneath to your right. Nope.
To my right.
Yep. And then go straight and to your left. Oh. A little lag.
And
This is a
like-
weapons store, but I already have all those weapons. Just so you know. Just take a look around.
Now, what are the differences between
These guns are all
the same?
same, I believe. The gun you have on your back now, if you press F4, the gun to your left is an energy rifle, and it's a primary rifle. That is the ballistic primary rifle that's up on the wall there.
Ah,
And then they just have like the generic pistol. This is more or less for newbies to get their ammo and stuff and just learn how to buy and equip guns. Because I don't know if you actually have the rifle when you start the game. I don't know if the guns are unlocked. I can't remember.
Hmm.
But if you go across the hallway there to the other side of that kiosk, this little plaza here, this is the armor shop. So feel free to browse, try anything of that on. That's just the default like Odyssey flight suit. I don't really have any of those, I don't think. But they also have armors and stuff. They're currently, the next little like update they're gonna do to the armor system is
Mhm.
adding the ability to take like the shoulder pad from one armor suit and put it on the chest piece of another, and then like
Oh,
the
so
helmet.
customizing.
More or less completely customizable armor sets.
Mhm.
And then they're rolling out like new brands of armor, so different
Mhm.
variations. So it's gonna be pretty cool to be able to customize your little guy. And the nice thing about it is that the armor and suits will have attributes that will differ them from themselves. Like they're getting ready to release something called the Explorer suit,
Mhm.
and it's more or less like a customizable suit that is a resistance base. So it'll be like heat resistance, damage resistance. Like you'll be able to customize the different parts of it to suit your exploration needs.
Mhm.
But the armor sets will give you more defense.
Now let's talk about this mini map, because that's when I saw that for the first time, that was a very interesting.
I really like it. I
Accessory.
think they're actually redoing it. I can't remember. I think they're moving it to the bottom left of the screen.
Because you can see who's above you and who's below you.
It's pretty crazy.
And
it's pretty good.
as you turn.
Why don't you spawn another ship? I want you to go check something out real quick.
To the Port Oligar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Got a little close there.
Might have to, yeah. Go ahead and spawn the Freelancer. That's another good sized ship. Or actually, go ahead and spawn the Hornet. Sorry. You like Star Wars? Hornet's kind of like the X-wing, I would say, of the Star Citizen universe.
I like that.
Selection confirmed.
It's pretty reliable, good fighter ship. All right, you're good to go.
Now, what did it say? F7?
D7 or something like that. It's over there.
Yeah, it's towards. Yeah.
Nope, you just looked at it. Sorry.
I don't read
There
the
you go.
signs, man.
Yeah, the minimap's pretty good. Pretty much everything that's in the UI is like necessary. There's no UI clutter, at least from what I understand. The visors change from suit to suit, so this one is actually one of the, I'd say, lower field of view vision suits. I think it's a lighter medium armor. You have to go the other way. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
It's up above. I've played this game a few times, Roman.
Sorry.
Like at least once or twice. Ooh, that's a Starfarer. That's a pretty big ship.
Yeah, that is massive. And another thing I like in video games that they sadly don't really implement is large objects. And by large objects, I don't mean buildings and stuff. I mean like ships. Like something massive that I see, such as like that ship, I can look up. Oh,
Did you crash? We might have crashed.
we may have crashed the game.
Yep. All right.
Alrighty.
So we crash the game. Sometimes, if there's too many players on a server, sometimes I just disconnect because my internet sucks here. But it's whatever. We came and we spawned in this new area. It's called Area 18. It's on a planet called ArcCorp, which is a planet that's entirely like a planet, industrial planet, completely covered in a city. And this is kind of like the social area that you can just buy a lot of stuff, do a lot of stuff. You can't actually go out there, and that man is glitched outside of the map. That's what he's doing right now. Yeah.
Huh.
You can go and like check out that ship out there, but if you go out that door to your left, that's where you want to.
This one?
That's customs, the one, the green.
This one? Okay. Alrighty.
A little choppy. He's just making sure you're good.
Thank you, Randy.
So here it is.
Wow.
ArcCorp. Eventually, I think that skyscraper is supposed to be go inside all of it. But right
That's-
now, most of the buildings are blocked off. They're under construction at the moment. The crews are. There's been some strikes on ArcCorp recently.
Huh.
They've been unionizing, and there's been a lot of like union strikes.
So they shut the building down just to
And
be-
just construction's on pause right now. It's
Mm.
a little slower than usual, but it's going there. It's getting there. That actually powers the Star Citizen universe right there.
I believe,
orb.
oh no, yeah,
The
those
orb of
gears. Those gears are
gears.
working.
Yeah. So this place has all the stores. Like that's Kasaba. It has all the
Those are just the regular clothes, correct?
clothes. I think this might have like specialty nice clothes. Yeah, like the leather jackets and the nice pants,
What is this, GTA?
basically. But you can use in-game money to buy all this. So
Yeah.
It gives you something to spend it on.
Yeah.
The shelves are looking. I mean, this is not the nicest Kasaba shop I've ever been inside of. I'm not gonna lie, Roman. It's kind of gross.
They got them new Yeezys?
No, not yet.
Not in
They've got like 3 colors of shoes. I never wear these clothes. I don't think I've bought a single pair of them.
Yeah.
Just because I.
I mean, if
am
I have
always
the-
in the universe like fighting, so I would
If I have
never
the
wear
choice between armor and a measly little suit jacket, I'm gonna choose the armor every time. I mean, what's the point of the... Is that just like if you want to look fly?
that. And if say you were off on like a normal planet, you could just wear your normal clothes.
Oh,
If
okay.
it had the atmosphere and be all right.
Now, where am I heading now?
Just wherever you want. The place you're currently walking into now is called Astro Armada.
Is this like a
And-
cafe?
Well, right now it's nothing really. It's just a really cool little room.
So by looking at this, I'm gonna guess it's where you can buy your ships.
Yeah, I think the final game, this is going to either be some sort of test flight scenario where you can test flight this brand of ship. Yeah, the reflections are pretty.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, I think this is one of the more beautiful designed rooms in the game, personally. Just because it's a cool little showroom. Nice little sit-down area. I like all the art on the walls. All the trees. He's actually a pretty cool guy if you get to know him. Like, he's a little shy at first. But
Randy.
yeah,
That's Randy. Point 2.
A lot of...
No, that's
It's
Ricky.
the same... Oh, that's Ricky?
Yeah, that's
They
Ricky.
just
The
look
other
the
guy's
same.
Randy.
They just look similar.
They're friends though.
But yeah, this is going to be some sort of like test flight or ship purchasing area, renting. Who knows what this will do.
I mean, just the detail and the color in everything.
Yeah, I think the color palette of this game definitely is very well hand picked and crafted. That's a pretty cool ship. M50.
How would that do in space flight?
They're pretty good. It's super fast. A lot of pirates use the M series,
Mm.
and they'll
Now,
boost away.
are space pirates AI, or can they be a character
So if you're right now in the
or a
game,
real person, I should say?
in the universe right now, there's AI pirates that will attack you, and there is also player crime stat is what it's called, and it's like I would say the closest thing to stars in GTA.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a certain crime stat, you can be rated like a pirate or a bandit or something like that. And so if you go into any of the civilized systems, AI will attack you, that sort of stuff. So you can play the role of a bounty hunter, you can, or a bandit or a pirate, but technically, like right now, I guess that's not a career path, just because there's no cargo you can haul. Like, it's just more or less role playing right now.
Yeah.
This ship, or this shop is not yet open, but this is going to be selling junk parts of ships and junk parts of weapons and stuff. So you'll be able to purchase individual used components and stuff there once it's opened up, which I think is coming in the next update. And then there are a bunch of these little dark little backwoods alleyways. And from my understanding, these might be areas where you might run into a character in AI that might offer you a mission that he would not have offered you out in the open, or like these might be areas where there might be little dealings
Yeah.
going on and meetings and stuff, and there might be like a little
Like
guy
black
selling
markets and
something.
such.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think they've discussed this area being.
Wow.
Eventually, but yeah, like I came in here, I filmed that music video, and I just love this place because it's so cinematic. Even the traffic patterns of the flying vehicles and stuff in the sky is pretty crazy. There's always people around too. Like, that's a kind of crazy thing. Always people playing this game.
Two dudes, one alley.
Two
I don't like
dudes,
that.
one alley. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Yeah, just run back that way, and then there's a bar that we haven't checked out, and there is, what else? There's the gun shop, there's the med bay, there's a couple different alleys we can look at. Now you're even deeper in the alley. This is like the alley you definitely don't want to be in right
Yeah,
now.
this is
You gotta
even
get outta here.
sketchier. That's dirty, rusty.
What if he starts coming down this hallway right in
I'm,
here? You better get out of here.
I'm
Roman.
getting
It's
out.
really dark, and there's no police on this planet that I've seen. Especially not in these alleys.
They don't come around these parts.
Follow the signs. Get out. No, that's not the sign you want to be following.
That sign?
Follow that sign, I think.
Okay. I was gonna say that
I
looked
mean, that takes you out
developed.
to the light. That's where you want to go, right?
Yeah. Looks nice and holy out here.
Yeah, if you go across that bridge to your right.
Yeah, that's where
there's,
I originally
a
came
bar
out
and
of.
some other stuff. Oh, that's
Is
pretty
that-
cool.
is that an
That is
M50?
Crazy. No, that is a Saber, I believe.
Okay.
Aegis Saber. And the Sabers are straight up military fighters. Like, they're pretty scary, even to like my Constellation or something like that. They can rip through a ship pretty easily.
Hmm.
Got some big guns on them.
Big old guns.
And quite a lot of
Bye.
missiles. The bar is straight into your left. It's called
The G-lock?
G-lock or Glock.
Is it a gentleman's club?
It's anybody's club. Aliens, eventually, hopefully.
It's non-gender
Hoping-
binding.
Yeah. Non-genus specific.
Do you have any non-GMO beer?
Do you have any gluten-free beer?
Yeah. Do you have any flavorless water?
It's kind of, dead today. Not much going on. Tuesdays, they got some good specials.
Yeah. Where's the band?
The Mos Eisley band?
Yeah.
They're booked this week.
They're booked this. Well, come
And they
on.
don't
This
come
is
back
supposed to
till
be
next
a
week.
developed establishment. You can't even get artists every day. Mm-mm.
The Mos Eisley Cantina flute soloist. He does like a solo act.
He
here
does do a
every
solo
once in a
act.
while,
Does he have
yeah.
Doesn't he have an album coming out?
We're helping him to produce
A
it.
12-track. I think I heard he
If you
was.
go to your left and then in that building there, there's the guns and ammo.
Ooh. Now, is there a decent amount of weapons and armor in the game at this point?
You're about to find out.
Yeah, I want to see how big they're.
I think there's
Oh, wow.
2 suits of armor missing from this armor shop, but these are all the guns. So there's the rifle, sniper rifle, there's the shotgun, there's the energy rifle.
Whew. Those are good-looking guns too.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of them are actually just about to get a rework in the next update, so they're gonna look even better, but they are beautiful models, both the armor and the guns. So those are the good guy armors. That Achilles, I like the heavy armor.
That's a good-looking armor right there.
Oh.
I am inside you.
And then those are the pirate armors.
Oh wow.
And so there's actually a pirate base that we have not gotten to yet in the universe.
That looks a lot like your armor, is it?
No, it's similar. I've had that armor in the past.
Oh, okay. So you can only buy one armor at a time?
Oh, that scared me. You can own all of them,
Oh, okay.
but you can only have one on at the same time because you're only one person.
Well, I know that, but you said you own that, and it says 14,000 credits.
The game updated and it resets
Oh.
those at the beginning
Ooh.
of every update. That's an
Now, what
alien
is
race.
this?
That's one of the alien races. I think that's the Vandal, maybe.
Do you get to see them in game, fight them in
You'll
game?
eventually, once this
Eventually.
game comes out, they'll be in game, and like you can fight them in the other modes online right now.
Now what is... Oh, Medipen.
Yeah.
I thought that said medium pen.
I think these are just your flight suits in here. I
Now-
like that red one.
Now, what is the most expensive suit in the game? Does it max out at 20,000?
Yeah, right now it's the 20,000 good and bad suits. But currently everybody's stats are the same, so they don't really do anything if you get heavy or light armor. With the exception, I think you can, like, the heavy armor might be able to carry more guns and equipment and stuff. I think the light armors, you might only be able to carry one primary weapon and one pistol. I can't remember.
Interesting.
You can go ahead and buy some armor if you want.
I'm gonna buy the most expensive.
You want the slugger?
I mean, if you can spare the credits.
I mean, you could buy the slugger and the Achilles. I think I've got, what, like 40,000?
Would you like those? That is the question.
No, I get those back in like an hour. It's
Oh,
no
okay.
credits at all. So spend it how you want, Roman.
Now, how do I purchase F?
Yep. Well, you have to actually, go out of that.
Oh, F for exit, of course.
You're gonna have to look at it and then scroll down with the middle mouse button, and then now press F.
Equip now.
Yep.
Confirm purchase. And exit.
Yep. Now press Z, and you can like move around your guy. And then if you scroll in on the mouse button, you can zoom in and out. Oh, actually you can't, never mind. It's actually hold F4 and use the arrow keys to zoom in. But I don't think I've got it keyed with this
This new
keyboard yet, so I
keyboard.
apologize. This is a brand new keyboard, you know. What is it? Corsair, right? Cerberus?
No, Asus.
Oh, Asus.
Cerberus
Cerberus.
with a
It's working out pretty well.
Corsair saber mouth.
Yeah.
Mouse.
I like that
Mouth.
mouse.
Mouse RGB. Now you wanted this one as well.
You can buy whatever you want, Roman.
I think I'm content
I own
with
that one already.
this one. If that's a word to use in this situation. But yeah.
So what are you?
You can see that you are tuning into Star Citizen. gotta start over again. You're tuning into Star Citizen ASAMR. Is it ASAMR?
I don't know what ASMR is what it is, Roman.
Okay, I'm gonna start a fourth time.
Okay.
Welcome to Star Citizen ASMR. I'm your host, Sally, the slippery snake.
Alright, that's enough of that.
Alright.
Alright, we're back here. We're in Port Olisar. You can do... I want you to press F1.
Wait, what'd you say? Port Allah Akbar.
No, Port Olisar.
Oh, okay.
Press F1 real quick. Oh, it's just lagging. Go ahead and press the mission manager again. And you can do one of two missions. See the security guard post?
Mm-hmm.
You can either defend a security guard post, which means you're going to be inside a building with a gun trying to shoot people.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can go check out a starfarer that's blown up. You can just fly around in space and check out a ship.
I'm gonna do the security guard post.
So go ahead and click on that mission, and go ahead and spawn a ship. So you're talking about you wanted to do something in this game that's like a wow factor. And the thing about this game to me is that it's one of those games that when it's finally finished is going to give that wow factor to nearly every person it plays. Like it's a game that's going to have a appeal and a playability for many different aspects. And so it'll be interesting to see how, yeah, that one's good to spawn. Interesting how people are going to end up playing it in the long term, but I think they're going to be your hardcore players like there are in Destiny and other games, and then there's going to be your casual players who log on and, you know, are mining asteroids for a few hours every night or something like that. But
Yeah, with every game, you've got the split between the two.
this is a game that I think is going to be able to be played absolutely perfectly
I totally forgot
By-
where this ship spawned. But
to your left.
to my left.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Playable with, you know, your small group of friends and have a crew or a group of friends that you've met in the game, you're going the right way. And you can play this game and have a blast every single time. Some games that I would say the experience of this game is like to me, the X Rebirth series,
Mm-hmm.
but also faster than light, because I think warping into different systems is going to be random. Like, there are going to be a lot of random events in this game. You're going to go back to places that you've already been, and there's a chance that those places may not be the same as the first time you visited.
Now, for those people that are debating between Star Citizen and No Man's Sky, which do you think they should buy?
So here's the thing about buying. Like, I've heard a lot of opinions about both games, but Star Citizen in particular. People are like, oh, this game costs too much, or like people spend outrageous amounts of money. Yes, you're absolutely able to spend a crap ton of money in this game very easily if you feel the need to. But you can get into this game for $45, sometimes even less. And for that, you can get to, one, be a part of a game that is going to be more expensive when it comes out. So the $45 package might be $60 when the final game comes out. So
Oh,
you might
without
be
a doubt it
saving-
will.
You might be saving a little bit of money by getting in early, theoretically. So even that argument aside, the getting, this is a fun game. Like, I have more fun playing this game than doing the half a dozen missions or a handful of missions. I think there might be, 12 to 18 missions in this game right now. Just flying around doing different things. I have more fun doing that with a couple guys in my ship and then just random stuff happen to us along the way than I do playing missions in Destiny. And I think that's because of the random aspect of the game. It's like very, very fun to not know what you're going to get into.
What button is the landing gear?
N? I think you raised them. Maybe you didn't. But press B to activate your drive. And you're going to have to go to a you're going to have to go to a different jump point to get to the security post, which is to your right. But as far as replayability and random playability, if you press B, you'll be able to jump to a different point.
Yeah, where are the different points though?
You have to press B to see them.
Oh, okay.
Go up and to your left. Yeah, head there first. And that'll give you a straight shot to the comms array, or the security post. You have to turn your ship with the mouse. Yeah, there you go.
And then the warp drive was what?
It is F.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Why
right.
do I keep forgetting that?
F's your function.
Yeah,
key.
yeah. That's
Your
why.
everything key, basically.
Wondering why
I
I'm
tried
forgetting.
playing this with a controller, and I played with the keyboard and mouse the whole time, so it's a little weird. But now, if you go to your right and do the exact same thing, you'll be able to get to the security post. But you have to be careful; there might be people there. You might have to do a little bail, a switch and bail. But just be careful coming in there. Press B again.
Quantum travel
There you go.
initiated.
But this ship, for example, say you and we have our other friend that plays this game.
Mm-hmm.
Say you and maybe one other person, we had 4 people that play this game. We could inhabit this ship and none of us would have to pay any more money. So we could already be ahead of the game and have a fully stocked ship, and you guys are only in $45, so I'm the only one that has to buy the ship. Or a lot of what people do are pitch in, like everybody pays like $15 and they get like a ship for their squad or whatever. But you can try to land it on a pad. If you press N and hold your landing gear out, it'll help you. There's actually an auto land feature.
What's the auto land? Because I'm
Press
definitely...
N. Yeah, you need to slow the fuck down. You're gonna crash. Press N, and then it should start beeping, and it'll kind of guide you in. Yeah, just hold N now to auto land. And then get out of your ship, and then you're gonna run inside, and you have to report to duty on a security post. You can actually get out of your ship right now. You
What's...
hold F.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What were we talking about before we warped in here? Who knows?
The wow factor and the...
Yeah, more or less. So
Or was it...
buying this game,
yeah.
you can spend a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can literally spend a lot of money in most games today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And most people who own this game, I would say, do not spend outrageous amounts of money. I would say it's, if you are, then you just are somebody who like either is very passionate about this game or has the money to just, buy this game and all the ships and stuff. That's,
This is
personal
not
choices. It's whatever.
It's not dropping.
You might have to go up again and go up the ladder, and there's these little boxes on the railings that will, if you go up to them, and you can drop it down that way. Or if you go through that door, there's another elevator in the floor. It's that little gray rectangle. Yeah, just stand on that. That'll take you down. Isn't that kind of cool?
That is neat.
So pull your gun out. So press 2.
F2 or 2?
No, just 2. Sorry. And then you'll go to one of the airlocks, and then you're going to head up to the 2nd floor of this space station. This is called Security Post Kareah. Or Kareah. Some people, I don't know. I think it's Kareah, but I've heard people call it. But when this game comes out, it's going to deliver a wow factor. I think it's already delivering a wow factor in terms of what it can do. And the
Yeah, this
potential
is
of it.
definitely a very impressive game to me.
From a tech demo standpoint, like this is the best tech demo I've ever played. So that's pretty promising, I would say. And
I mean, just look at the
difference,
size of that ship.
Sure. The difference between like a game that's out and a game like this is that, first off, this is a scale in which I would say if you can name me a game that has this scale and this depth and this looks and this replayability, then, you know, cool. But I don't know of one personally, and that's kind of what I'm looking for in a game. So this game seems to offer that. You were on the right floor.
Yeah,
Just go to your right.
looking around.
If you report in, then you have to defend this terminal. You'll see what it is. I'll show you what's up. So you logged in. Now go to your left, and you see that screen up there?
Uh-huh.
Those are your different floors. So the 4 one is the bottom floor, and the 2 are on the top 3rd floor, and those are the airlocks. So when they're red, they're pressurized from the outside, so anybody can get in. You want to make sure they're all blue, so that they're only accessible from the inside of your space station. Does that make sense?
Repeat that first part again about the squares.
So the first square to your
Or
left,
about the floors, I should say.
that's
so
your first floor.
That's first,
So
and then
look
that's...
to straight ahead.
Uh-huh.
Left is on that side of the square,
Yeah, yeah.
and right is on that side of the square. So those are your 2 front doors, one to your left, one to your right,
Uh-huh.
one to your back left, one to your back right, and same thing at the top.
Okay.
So you can go cycle through those and keep an eye out for enemy players on your radar, or just anybody in general. But your goal is to protect this area. So you have to do the back left. No, you're in the right area. You're just going the wrong way now.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Just,
watch
what
it.
am I supposed to sit here? Is that
No.
what I do?
I was saying you can cycle through the airlocks if you want to
Oh,
lock
yeah,
them up
yeah.
from the inside.
Oh, can I lock them up?
Yeah, go up to that one and press F. That one might already be pressurized though. That one's good, yeah. There's one in the same opposite corner of the other side of the...
Oh, yeah.
It's just like giant square on a bunch of levels, pretty much. In 3.0, I'm pretty excited they're releasing more space stations and outposts on the planet, so they'll be like modular structures, basically. So that one's good.
This one's good.
Yep. You just want them to be able to open from the inside so that you're the only one that can access them. Unless somebody has to wait outside for them to depressurize first.
Oh, okay.
So you have more time. Yeah, and then the 2 in the front of the top.
Oh, the very top floor?
Yeah, the 3rd floor had 2 that were open. And so you can take the route of you can just chill in that office and watch the screens, or you can get a little more into it and do some crazy stuff. Like go outside and watch for guys to land and get them as they land.
At this point, I'm just kind of browsing the shelves.
Yeah, so there are little cabinets and stuff, like those lockers you can open up, and there's alcohol and goods that you can find. So there's kind of little cargoes. Yeah, see how it says up above, depressurized?
Mm-hmm.
Now hit that. Look at it. Cycling. And then when it's pressurized, you're good to go. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So I guess if you were like deaf, you could play this game.
It's
pretty
deaf
easily.
friendly.
You could read the signs and
Apparently, I can't even read the sign.
yeah, you're having, I can tell you're having a little trouble navigating this place, but it's pretty, to be honest, this is probably one of the more complicated areas to navigate.
It's more complicated than the games today, I guess. Doesn't tell you where to go, really. I
So
mean,
now
it does.
if you go back into that room, you'll see that all the screen has all the squares. all closed up.
I didn't pay much attention to the squares too, which kind of screwed me up.
You know, squares. A square is a pretty hard shape. It's like the same on every side, and it's crazy.
You were talking to me, and you were talking about squares, and squares, I don't even know. Squares.
There's a lot.
trigger
There were
me.
a lot of squares. We should go back into that room and we should count out how many squares are on that screen.
Well, there was 4 per square, so there's 2.
I don't want to think about how many
There's
squares
4,
there were
8,
right
9,
now
10.
until we're there.
There's 10 squares and 2 triangles.
Do you remember where it is?
No.
Look at your screen and look at your UI and look at the arrows that are pointing everywhere. And
Well, it says end contract.
End contract and
Well,
collect
you
equipment.
never explain that. It's like
Oh my
teaching
gosh.
a
What have
kindergartner
you,
math.
You've played video
You're gonna-
games before.
you're
Come
gonna
on.
act like he's
Don't act
already gonna
completely
know it.
oblivious, or I'm gonna DM you
you're
or
gonna
disconnect you.
demonetize me.
I'm gonna uninstall.
You're gonna demonetize
I'm gonna
me.
uninstall.
Too
Rocket
late.
League.
YouTube already did.
You gotta go up the stairs.
I know that. I'm just looking around. Let me
That's not
appreciate
allowed.
the game.
This has to be played MLG.
He's giving me
Some
love.
people. How do you feel about role playing in video games?
I'm a fan of it. Not too many people do it, so I
See, look at
don't
that
do it
screen.
often.
That's nice and blue. That's a lot of squares.
So
Roman.
there's 12 squares. Wait, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I was right. 10 squares and 2 triangles.
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, I
crazy
paid
to
it.
think about that they can fit that many squares onto one screen in the game these days.
Well, then there's a square. There's
Do you
a
realize
rectangle
that there were
around it.
games that were like that graphically advanced, and that was the whole game? Was
Well, try to count how many squares
I don't
are
want-
in that.
Roman, look over to your left. That was a game. It used to be called Blue Screen, Blue Squares.
Blue
that,
Square.
That was the game, and it had a little ball.
Wait,
that
did I
popped
do what
around
I
in
was
there.
supposed to? Oh, no. I
No,
was-
you're no. You just canceled your contract.
You said go to the arrow.
That was to get back to the room.
What room? The room we were
This
in?
room. So now you just said fuck it.
What
Press
was I
F1
supposed to
again.
do in here?
You're just supposed to. You have to wait a lot of amount of time to complete the mission.
Well, that's stupid. You could have told me that before. What game do you have to wait because you're good at the fucking mission?
Star Citizen.
That's stupid.
No, it's you have to like protect that terminal in the security post
Well,
for an
nobody's
allotted
coming.
amount of time. I
It's-
know
it's
completely
dusty.
It's completely dusted. You're just like, don't even bother giving me the money.
That
So
was
you can-
stupid.
You can either kill yourself.
I'm
or
probably
you can
gonna
hop
kill
back on your
myself.
ship. Is this we're gonna have
Alright,
it end the
I'm
video?
talk-
It's gonna.
yeah. I'm
you
killing
can,
myself.
You can suicide. Do like a crazy death. You know, kill yourself somewhere worthy.
Okay. Good run, guys.
All right, you're just gonna kill yourself like that.
R.I.P.
All right, thanks for hanging out, Roman. Can I get a final thoughts on Star Citizen real quick? An honest.
sucks. Shouldn't have to wait for missions.
Oh, you're terrible. Let me get your final thoughts on today's experiences. What do you think?
Well, the experience I had not moments ago was not that great, but everything that came before it was good.
It's a
So
learning.
good
It's
game.
a learning curve. Star Citizen is a learning curve. when
It
you
definitely
first
is a
join.
game where you need to pay attention. It is not like Roblox, which I do not play. I'm not one of those.
You're not one of those Roblox players, but you know that it's not a very difficult game. Hopefully, we can fly around together in the stars sometime. Any final words?
You could not have ended that any weirder. I want to fly through the stars with you.
You want to fly in the stars sometime, Roman?
Sure, why not?
All right, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by.